Before we begin, please hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you don't miss a single one of our upcoming videos. On May 19, 1949, Dusty Hill was born. Dusty had an older brother, Rocky Hill, also a musician. Both boys were raised in the Lakewood neighborhood of East Dallas. While attending Woodrow Wilson High School, Hill learned to play the cello. Like his future bandmates, he grew up listening to blues music, which was uncommon in white families, according to Dusty. He recalled the parents of his childhood friends were shocked when he brought records by Muddy Waters or Son House to their houses. It was at the age of 8 that Hill began singing for money with his brother Rocky. Dusty took up bass at the age of 13 after Rocky formed a band with a drummer. He didn't learn to play guitar first. He said, "I kind of learned how to play on stage and whatnot, and embarrassment is a great motivator. If you don't play well, standing up there with lights on, it really stands out. So it behooves you to get your shit up pretty quick." Dusty didn't particularly enjoy school. As a result, his grades suffered. According to Hill, part of the problem was that by the time I was 13, I was already playing in local bars. So school kind of got in the way of that, and I resented it. Hill, Rocky, and future fellow ZZ Top drummer Frank Beard played in local Dallas bands with the Warlocks, the Cellar Dwellers, and American Blues. From 1966 to 1968, American Blues played the Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston circuit. Now it was in 1969 that Hill was a member of a fake version of the British band The Zombies with Beard. Hill recalled being a musician in Texas had its own sets of risks, and at the time we had long blue hair. In the 60s, in Texas, I got probably less shit about having blue hair than about having long hair, because I believe they thought I was crazy. By 1968, American Blues relocated to Houston. At this time, Rocky wanted to focus on straight blues, while Dusty wanted the band to rock more. Rocky left, and Dusty and Beard moved to Houston. They joined guitarist-vocalist Billy Gibbons of the Houston psychedelic band Moving Sidewalks in the recently formed ZZ Top, just after they released their first single, Salt Lick, in 1969. With Gibbons as the main lyricist and arranger, Hill played bass and keyboards and sang lead on some songs. With the assistance of manager Bill Ham and engineer Robin Hood Bryans, ZZ Top's first album, 1971, was released and exhibited the band's humor with barrelhouse rhythms, distorted guitars, double entendres, and innuendo. The music and songs reflected ZZ Top's blues influences. Following their debut album, the band released Rio Grande Mud, 1972, which produced their first charting single, Francine. On 1973's Tres Hombres, ZZ Tops developed its heavy blues style and amplified its roots in Texas music. The boogie rock single LaGrange brought the band their first hit, with just missing the Billboard's Top 40. In 1975, Hill sang lead vocal on Tush, the band's first Top 20 hit and one of its most popular songs. On the 1976 album Tejas, Hill took the vocal lead on Pan Am Highway Blues, Avalon Hideaway, and $10 Man, and duetted with Gibbons on It's Only Love. In 1976, after almost 7 years of touring and a string of successful albums, ZZ Top went on hiatus for 3 years, while Beard dealt with his addiction problems. Hill spent the period working at Dallas Airport, saying he wanted to feel more normal and ground himself after years spending performing. He was rarely recognized, but told fans who asked, "No, do you think I'd be sitting here?" In 1979, when the group returned with the album Diguelo, Gibbons and Hill revealed their new image of matching massive beards and sunglasses. Their hit single from this period, Cheap Sunglasses and Pearl Necklace, showed a more modern sound. Now, it was in 1983 that ZZ Top released Eliminator, a best-selling record which made the band bona fide pop stars, according to the Financial Times. Now, Hill's on-screen appearances included Back to the Future Part 3, Mother Goose Rockin' Rhyme, the July 20, 2009 episode of WWE Raw, and Deadwood, and as himself in the 11th season episode of King of the Hill, Hank Gets Dusted, in which Hank Hill is said to be Dusty's cousin. He also made an appearance on The Drew Carey Show as himself auditioning for a spot in Drew's band, but was rejected because of his attachment to his beard, which he referred to as a Texas goatee. In 2000, Hill was diagnosed with hepatitis C, and ZZ Top canceled their European tour. Hill resumed work in 2002. Now, Hill was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a member of ZZ Top in 2004. In 2014, Hill fell on his tour bus and injured his hip, requiring surgery. Part of the tour was canceled. It was on July 23, 2021. Hill left the tour due to problems with his hip. The band performed without him at the Village Commons in New Lenox, Illinois, with the band's guitar tech, Elwood Francis, on bass, per Hill's request. Hill had already recorded bass and vocals for ZZ Top's upcoming album. Now, looking at his personal life, Hill said he believed in God, but that he did not know what or who God actually is. He declined to say if he was a Republican or Democrat and said, "I just tell them I'm Texan. Left to my own devices, I'd never leave Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas." On December 16, 1984, Hill accidentally shot himself in the abdomen when his Derringer fell from his boot and discharged. Hill said to this day, "I don't know how I could do it, but I didn't really feel anything at the time. All I knew was that I had to get myself to a hospital straight away, so I got in the car and drove there. It was only when I arrived at the hospital that the seriousness of what I'd done hit me, and I went into shock." Now, Dusty Hill married his longtime girlfriend, Charlene McCroy, an actress, in 2002. He had one daughter. Now, it was on July 28, 2021. Hill died at his home in Houston, Texas, at the age of 72. Hill's wife later said he was looking to get more physical therapy for his chronic bursitis. Gibbons confirmed that ZZ Top would continue with Elwood Francis, the band's longtime guitar tech, on bass, per Hill's wishes. Okay, that's the end of our video. I sure hope you enjoyed it. If you like this type of video and want us to keep producing them, please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for watching.